Support WrestleTalk!
Visit WrestleTalk.com.
Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I am Luke Owen. Being a WWE wrestler must be tough. You spend all your time traveling from city to city, rarely seeing your family, and constantly performing for fans who tell you your product is rubbish. Thankfully, these car journeys have led to some creative outlets. Mick Foley tells the story that Al Snow came up with his head gimmick while driving to the next town for a show. And WWE even launched a network show off the back of these stories called Ride Along. Hopefully the cameras were rolling for Shelton Benjamin's next episode, as he tweeted recently that he found a surprising extra in his rental car. Thank you, Budget, for your great service of putting my reputation, freedom, and quite possibly my life in jeopardy. I've unknowingly been driving your car around the last 4 days with an effing loaded gun in the glove compartment. Oh, 6 so angry faces. Look how oh my god, they're so angry. Even Shelton's fellow wrestlers were shocked. Either that or they're fans of Ross. WTF, that's insane. WTF. But those guys are self-censoring themselves. Where's a Randy Orton from out of fucking nowhere when you need him? Holy fuck, dude. There he is. All is right with the world. A world where everything isn't quite right, though, is the underlying tension on Monday Night Raw, which has been there since Booker T was dumped from the commentary desk to be replaced by Jonathan Coachman. Come on, Coachman! Booker T then made some comments on his Heated Conversations radio show about the situation, going so far as to threaten Corey Graves with physical violence if he saw him in the street. And Graves himself made a not too subtle remark during this past episode of Raw. You better be careful, Coach, or you're going to be doing local radio too. Even the New Day got involved in the meta jabs on SmackDown Live. During a backstage segment, Big E said, "One guy wants to know if you think Corey Graves has a better jab or left hook," to which Kofi Kingston replied, "We're gonna find out one way or another." And later in the show, after the New Day found out they ranked 6th in the SmackDown top 10, Big E noted, "6? That's the percent chance I would give Corey Graves in a street fight." On his podcast, former SmackDown commentator and ECW champion Taz said there are legitimate issues between Booker T and Graves. However, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that although there are genuinely bad feelings, it could also be a work, because Booker challenged Graves to a WrestleMania match. And Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated has backed this up in his latest Extra Mustard column, saying, "Sources close to WWE confirmed that Booker did this to give a little extra heat to Graves, who plays a heel on television, on his way out, as well as give some extra attention to Booker's show now that he is off Raw." Speaking of giving something extra attention, nailed it! The Wrestle Ramble Extra poll for February is now live. We hope you enjoyed our breakdown of New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom 10, which is available now for Patreon backers. And this month, your choices are WCW Super Brawl 3, WWF In Your House 6, ECW Cyber Sunday, WWF St. Valentine's Day Massacre, WWF No Way Out 2001, and WWE No Way Out 2004. All Patreon backers can vote in the poll, which currently sees No Way Out 2004 in the lead, and $5 and above backers will get the podcast at the end of the month. Raw got its usual ratings bump after Royal Rumble, and this week's episode saw its inevitable drop, pulling in 3.08 million viewers, down 8% from last week. But more importantly are your ratings. While Ollie thought the show was average, 50% thought the show was slightly better with Core. SmackDown Live's ratings are virtually unchanged from last week, once again pulling in 2.5 million viewers. Both Ollie and I thought the show was Ellsworthy, but apparently we're behind the curve, with only 12% of you agreeing with us and 65% thinking it was smack bang in the middle. The main event of WWE Fastlane has been announced on SmackDown Live. Click the videos on screen right now for more awesome wrestling content.